a woman who runs, who's also from a marginalised community, I'm all about empowering others, especially women in sports. If I'm able to empower and motivate other women, then that's really fulfilling for me. My name is Meriem Daoui. I'm a Femmi run coach and currently studying full-time as a med student, and I work as a registered nurse. So I'm originally from Morocco and I migrated to Australia when I was quite young, when I was 4. Spent most of my childhood in Sydney, so that was really great, very multicultural, and it was awesome. And then in 2009 I moved to Tasmania, so quite a contrast to Sydney, and unfortunately I did experience a bit of bullying and racism as a Muslim who wore the headscarf. That did impact my self-esteem and had also led to me developing depression and anxiety. But fortunately I found a really beautiful friendship group and found running, and that really helped with my mental health, just learning to appreciate my body and respect my body. I struggled a lot with eating disorders in the past, and unfortunately through that I lost my period for 3 years, and my doctor at the time was concerned, so I had like a bone density scan which showed I had osteopenia, which is like poor bone density. So that just means I'm more vulnerable to having stress fractures, and basically my bones were just very weak. I guess that's when I first found out information about REDS and the importance of fueling the body and resting and recovering so that I can get my cycle back. So I just prioritised that because I was really worried about my bone health. So I stopped exercise and I increased my intake, slowly but surely got my cycle back, which is why I'm always very grateful for my period. Having your cycle is a good indicator that you're fueling yourself well, and if you're fueling your body, you're fueling your mind, and that all plays and encompasses having a healthy relationship with self. And there's so little education out there, especially in the sporting industry. I had no idea about how the female physiology impacted training and your body and your emotions and your stress levels, your hunger, hydrations. It's multifaceted. Learning how the different phases affect my training. So specifically the luteal or the late luteal phase, which is right before the beginning of your period. Your hormones fluctuate quite a lot, and that impacts your energy levels, your recovery, your mood. Mood is a big one for me. So during that phase, I take it really easy on myself physically and mentally. It's actually made me more in tune with my body. I'm not going to force myself on a run. I respect that, and I rest up, and then I know that I will feel better for it next time. So it's all about the mindset and why you're running. So what's your intention behind each run? Not to equate your self-worth with how fast or how long you can run. When you're running for the good things, it's life-changing. But if you don't have that understanding that it's, part of it is hormonal, you're going to be questioning, why am I feeling like this? You won't appreciate what your body is doing. It's not just a nuisance or an inconvenience, it's actually there for a reason. When you have that knowledge, it can really help shape a more positive view of your body. So running for me is like a safe haven because it's always there on my good days, my bad days. It's a great outlet for me, and it helps me a lot with my mental health. Each time I get to run, I am able to appreciate my health. I guess my whole running journey started when my friend asked me to join her in a fun run. Prior to that, I thought that I wouldn't have been able to finish, but I proved those doubts wrong. I had this realisation, I was like, if I could prove those doubts wrong, then what else can I achieve? And yeah, I've just been running since then. One thing I love about my running is the ability to raise awareness and funds for causes that are close to heart. My first marathon I did when I was 15 to raise money for Syria. So Syria's going through, and they're still going through, so much with the civil war. They don't have enough resources. And at the time I was like, what if I use my running to help? I know I won't be able to fix the problem, but if I can contribute in a small way, then that's at least doing something. And I ended up actually winning the marathon. And since then, that just sparked my love for running plus raising awareness even more. 2021, I ran a challenge which I called the Tim Blair Run for Kids Everest Challenge. So I ran up and down Mount Wellington every day for a week. And that was equivalent to elevation gain of Mount Everest. And it was to raise money for children and families going through childhood illnesses. I got so much support. I had people run with me on some of the days, which was beautiful. Prior to knowing about Femmi, I've always wanted to coach women in running and in sports. I view myself as the guinea pig, and I want to use my experiences to help others, because through all of that I've had first-hand experience and I've got empathy for someone who might be going through a similar thing. The more education we can provide for others, the better, especially in helping women, I guess, get the most out of their training and not be hard on themselves, and also prevent injury and burnout. I want to see girls and women just achieving their best potential and just having a healthy relationship with body and self. The philosophy of Femmi, just, it all related to me, and women helping each other and empowering each other and working as a team, and it's, the results from that are remarkable and something that should be fostered and encouraged, because we can achieve so much more when we work together and not against each other. And if I can play a part and contribute, then that's my job done.